If you look at Chatham and you compare it to neighboring communities, I think the big difference that you will see is what makes a neighborhood special, and that's its people. I think that the families who moved into Chatham, particularly the African American families who started moving here in the early to middle 1950s through the early 1970s, were very homogenous around profession and children. Chatham is famous for its big families, which created a real close-knit community. In fact, in most communities where you see a lot of interaction between homeowners, it's the children that bring them together through little leagues and school plays. Another issue that makes Chatham really special, I think that there was a lot of academic importance and emphasis on sending kids to high school and college. I can probably tell you without any equivocation that most of the kids who grew up in the Chatham communities went to some of the best schools in the city of Chicago for grammar school and high school. Most of my friends where I grew up, we all went to Catholic grammar schools and high schools. Not necessarily say they're better than public schools, but obviously there was an investment that had to be made. What's so important is that it's really a working class community, and there was always a lot of emphasis on employment. So you grew up around a lot of good role models. I remember as a kid watching most of the men before the sun came up leave home to work, whether they worked for UPS or drove a school bus or taught, or like my father who was a union carpenter. It was a real heavy emphasis on home and family life. Another very important aspect of life here that sets it apart from a lot of other communities is political activity. Some of our city's greatest political leaders came from the Chatham, Avalon Park communities. Former County Board President John Stroger, Mayor Eugene Sawyer, who was the alderman of the entire Chatham community for many years before he became the mayor of the city of Chicago, the second African American mayor of the city of Chicago. And that was in large part because of the robust political activity. The people who represent these communities for the last 4 decades, I think, spent a lot of time in Chatham building up political bases that respond to the needs of the communities. And in turn, those communities saw the benefit of having an effective political structure. As a result, what you saw are some of the highest voter turnouts in the city of Chicago, which still stands true today, that cover the 6th Ward, the 8th Ward, that both cover significant parts of Chatham, are consistently among the highest voting wards in the city of Chicago. Those 2 wards in particular make up the largest parts of Chatham, practically all of Chatham. Those 2 wards alone are consistently among the top 10 voting wards in the city of Chicago. So there's a very high level in recognition of political activity here in these communities, and they understand the nexus between community service and politics.